Hello, everyone. Welcome to another episode of the Goon Intelligence Sports Podcast Show. Today, I'm coming to you on a bye week. Saints don't have a game, but I wanted to address some of the new mock drafts that have come out, and I want to get into what my subscribers, what are the expectations for the Saints coming after this bye week? What do you want to see the Saints do after this bye week? Do we give it our all? Do we continue to try to push forward and make a playoff run? Because it looks like Atlanta is starting on a collapse. Do we just sit back, relax, and say, hey, man, the season is over. Let's not ruin our draft stock, because every win, our draft stock will go here. We will fall in the draft order. So what would you like to see the Saints do? I'll tell you what I want them to do. Look, I'm one of the people, if a game is being played, try your best to win. That's what I want them to do. I want them to continue to try to win. Now, if they lose, they lose. But if the win is there and they can win, by all means, win. And they're professionals. They're not going out there to tank unless it's coming from upstairs. They start pulling players out, kind of like what the New York Giants are going through right now. They have released Daniel Jones. They set him down. They said they were going to bench him. They made him the fourth string quarterback or something like that, had him running scout team safety, and that just wasn't good enough. So they say, look, man, we're going to cut our losses. We're going to let you go because it's what's best for you and us. It's just kind of, sad to see. They were on Hard Knocks for the summer, and they straight up chose Daniel Jones over Saquon Barkley, who is in Philadelphia balling. So it's absolutely their fault, but us, speaking of us, because this is a New Orleans Saints channel, what do you want to see the Saints do? Because look, if you get a high draft pick, they can be the cornerstone of your franchise if you get it right. But if you are like the New York Giants and you get it wrong, Daniel Jones, number 6 pick overall, they can set your franchise back as well. So, look, man, I've told y'all, I don't necessarily have the highest of faith in Mickey Loomis and Jeff Ireland for what they've been doing lately, giving us Peyton Turner, Marcus Davenport, Isaiah Foskey, Cesar Ruiz also. Like, we've had players that I don't necessarily think we needed, but they took them anyway just to avoid other positions. It just baffles my mind. But anyway, let's get off into some of these mock drafts. And you let me know in the comments, what do you expect from these Saints coming off the bye week? We got the Los Angeles Rams coming up. That's going to be a tough-ass game. It's going to be a hard game. Puka Nacua and Cooper Kupp and Matthew Stafford are coming to town, and the Saints are hurting on that back end. But anyway, let's get into the mock draft. What we have today is going to be, I'm going to start with Tankathon, right? The website is called tankathon.com. They have Travis Hunter going number 1 overall to Jacksonville, which is believable. Travis Hunter is definitely going to be a top 3 pick. Shedeur Sanders is going number 2 to Tennessee Titans. They need a quarterback because Will Levis ain't it. We got Cameron Ward going to the Giants because they just took Daniel Jones and told him, go to the crib. We don't need you no more. Will Johnson is going to the Raiders. Will Campbell, LSU offensive tackle, is going to the New England Patriots. Mason Graham is going to the Jets. McMillan, Arizona wide receiver, is going to the Cleveland Browns. Abdul Carter to the Carolina Panthers. Calvin Banks Jr. is going to Texas. And then the Saints picking at number 10 is Malachi Starks. Now, look, Georgia boy, safety. Saints need safety help. Who we got that back there? We got an old Tyrann Mathieu, Jordan Howard, Will Harris. Jordan and Will, they not proven safeties. We need some young blood back there on that safety unit. The last time the Saints took a safety was probably Marcus Williams. That was, expected to start, I should say. Marcus Williams out of Utah. came in with Marshawn Lattimore and Alvin Kamara and Ryan Ramczyk. Hey, we need some safety help. Marcus was a great player for the Saints. Just couldn't pay him. We couldn't pay him. He did miss the tackle in the Minnesota Miracle, but that's rookie year. I'm past that. But he was a good player for us, and we just couldn't keep him because we couldn't pay him because we like to play players like who's the quarterback? Marcus May. We went and got him. We like to give money to people that don't deserve it, and we like to give a lot of money to people that don't deserve it. But anyway, moving right along, I'm not going to bash on the Saints. So that's Malachi Starks at number 10. Let's check out another mock. Let's go to CBS. Let's go to CBS. Let's see what CBS is pretty late because they was the latest mock they've had because they are already acknowledging that Daniel Jones has been released on there. So we got Travis Hunter still going number 1. McMillan this time is going number 2 to Tennessee. Cam Ward is going to the Cleveland Browns at 3. Shedeur Sanders ends up in New York at number 4. Will Johnson is still at number 5. Campbell is still going to the New England Patriots at 6. Mason Graham is at 7 to the Jets. Michael Williams is at number 8. Ashton Jeanty is at number 9. And then the Saints are taking Luther Burden III, wide receiver out of Missouri. I never really heard of this guy, Luther Burden. I don't know. I've heard of McMillan, the wide receiver out of Arizona, who's going to be a top 10 pick. But this Luther Burden guy, I never really heard of him. Saints do need wide receiver help. The Saints do need a wide receiver draft pick. Do we need to take him in the first round, though? I'm not certain about that. The first round draft picks, in my opinion, that the Saints need is either quarterback to give 1 year sitting under Derek Carr, because Derek Carr will be back next year. Quarterback, cornerback, because we don't know what the status of Paulson Adebo is going to be coming off a broken leg. Safety, we do need safety help. Defensive lineman, a linebacker or edge rusher, and an offensive lineman, if I haven't said that already, because we do need offensive linemen. The Saints need help everywhere. You understand me? Everywhere. So, wide receiver, I don't think is the top need. Now, the Saints have a philosophy of taking the best player available, whatever the hell that means, right? Because best players available, you took Cesar Ruiz over Patrick Queen, and we needed a linebacker very, very, very bad. You took Peyton Turner, and Terrence Marshall was there to be taken. And Peyton Turner's not necessarily setting the world on fire. I get it. Terrence Marshall is on his second team now, but it's a wash if you ask me. And who knows what Terrence Marshall would have been. He's a Louisiana kid. Could have been more inspired to play. Plus the system that we were running back then with Peyton Turner, or with this offense, he probably would have fit better. But anyway, we got Luther Burden. He's a 5'11", 205-pound wide receiver. I'm gonna have to do more research on this guy, because if he is anything like they're saying he's a first round pick, then that may be in the cards. Let's check out another one. Let's go to let's see. Let's check out NBC Sports. NBC Sports still got Travis Hunter at number 1. Travis Hunter is number 1. Tennessee Titans is taking Abdul Carter. Cleveland Browns, Cam Ward. Las Vegas Raiders, Shedeur Sanders. Will Johnson is going to the Giants. McMillan ends up with the Patriots. Mason Graham, across all 3 boards, has ended up with the Jets. Jalen Walker, Georgia boy, is going to Carolina Panthers. Calvin Banks Jr., offensive tackle, out of Texas, is going to the Cowboys. And the Saints at number 10 is taking Will Campbell, offensive lineman, LSU. Now, I can tell you now, this not going to happen. For the simple fact that it's an LSU player, and the Saints. Saints and LSU draft picks don't go in the same sentence. The Saints will show you and have shown you in the past they don't take players from LSU top picks. The last one that comes to mind is probably Devery Henderson that the Saints drafted out of LSU. That was a top pick. We've passed on better LSU players in the past. That was a need, and I just mentioned it a couple minutes ago. Patrick Queen. We passed on Patrick Queen for Cesar Ruiz after a national championship year that the LSU defense was balling. We don't take LSU players. So I tell you now, this is not going to happen. On NBC Sports, whoever wrote this one up, I guess they don't know the New Orleans Saints draft habits, because that don't care. That's not going to work. Anyway, moving right along, let me go to something else that's more tangible, because that's not going to happen. Let's check out. Let me see. I gotta find somebody who is credible. Let's find somebody that's credible. Let's do this website called on3.com. They have a mock up. It looks like they trying to do draft. They trying to do draft trades. This is way too pie in the sky here. It says New York Giants is going to trade up with Jacksonville and take Shedeur Sanders. Number 2 is going to be the Cleveland Browns. That's another. I guess they saying Cleveland's going to be the number 2 team overall. They're taking Travis Hunter. Jacksonville, who traded with the Giants, is going to take Calvin Banks Jr. The Raiders are going to end up with Cam Ward at 4. Luther Burden, I'm going to have to do my research on this guy because he looks like a top 10 pick. Tennessee is taking him out of Missouri. Will Johnson is going to the Patriots. Abdul Carter ends up with the Jets. McMillan ends up with the wide receiver out of Arizona, ends up with the Carolina Panthers. Dallas is taking Mason Graham at defensive tackle. Cincinnati Bengals end up at 10 with Michael Williams. Let's see. The Saints are ending up at 11 with Jalen Walker from out of Georgia. I ain't mad at that pick. Oh, no, I ain't mad at that pick at all. Ooh, I ain't mad at that pick at all. That's what we need. We need that right there. Jalen Walker. We need one of them Georgia boys. Look, I understand Georgia's not having the greatest of years right now with their national championship aspirations, but they're still in the playoffs, and they're still going to be formidable if that quarterback can get his stuff together. But Jalen Walker at 11 to the Saints. A defensive lineman, linebacker, edge rusher type. Yeah. We need that. We need that. Cameron Jordan, I love you, man, but Father Time is undefeated. Can you imagine that? Jalen Walker. We know Chase Young is probably not going to come back. So Jalen Walker, Carl Granderson, Brian Breesy, and what's my other guy? One of them, Kalen Saunders, or the other defensive tackles up there that we got. Oh yeah. Give me Jalen Walker, because we don't know what they're going to do with Peyton Turner. I believe Peyton Turner has another year on his contract. We don't. I can see that. Yeah. Give me Jalen Walker. Please give me Jalen Walker. That's probably the best mock I've seen. That's available. Him or Michael Williams, to be quite honest with you. We need some of that Georgia blood here. Because them Georgia boys are coming in, especially the ones on defense, and they are balling. So we definitely need some of that. Because let me tell you, the Saints just need everybody. The Saints need, like I said, offensive lineman, defensive lineman, linebacker, safety, wide receiver. They need a quarterback as well, but they got 50 million reasons why Derek Carr is going to be here another year. So they may hold off on that and give Spencer Rattler all the support he probably needs. Jake as well. I don't know if Jake is in his last year. here because he was a 4th round draft pick, and I believe no, Jake was a rookie last year, so no, Jake is coming back. Anyway, that's a Georgia safety. They had us with a mock. They had us with Luther Burden with a mock, and they have us with Will Campbell, who I know is not going to happen, with a mock, and then they had us with Jalen Walker. So that's 2 Georgia boys, 1 Missouri, the LSU kid. That's all SEC. And we need some SEC players because whether you like it or not, or whether you one of them ACC people or Big Ten people, the SEC is probably the best conference. Not probably. It is. It is the best conference in college football, bar none. But anyway, this has been another episode of the Goontelligence Sports Podcast Show. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell so you know when I post these videos. Look, we are still on the road to 1,000 subscribers. I appreciate everybody that is tuned in. You could have been anywhere else in the world, but you decided to share with me today, and I appreciate you for that. Until next time, peace.